To understand the principled stance of the Islamic Republic, one must first understand the past it emerged from. In 1950, the Shah extended de facto recognition to the Israeli regime. Immediately, commercial ties were forged, a route for Jewish migration was opened, and an Iranian consulate was established in Al-Quds. This diplomatic opening was brief. By July 1951, the government of the popular Prime Minister Mohammad Marandi responded to the powerful domestic and Islamic sentiment, formally withdrew that recognition, and shuttered the consulate. But the British and American coup of 1953 changed everything. The restored Shah made a strategic pivot, weaving relations with the Zionist regime directly into his policy of so-called positive nationalism. This conveniently converged with the Israeli apartheid regime's peripheral doctrine. Both saw a common enemy in the rising tide of Arab nationalism, personified by Egypt's Jamal Abdel Nasser. By 1958, the relationship had deepened. The two regimes opened embassies in each other's capitals. The alliance grew. It encompassed military, agricultural, and extensive intelligence cooperation between the notorious Mossad and the Shah's dreaded Savak. Iran became a primary buyer of Israeli military hardware and, critically, the regime's main supplier of oil. Significantly, the Shah also became the main supplier of oil to apartheid South Africa. The Shah saw the Zionist regime's military victories over Arab states not as a tragedy, but as a welcome defeat for his rival Nasser. This close partnership was symbolized by a parade of Israeli leaders to Tehran: Golda Meir, Yitzhak Rabin, Moshe Dayan, and Menachem Begin. All walked the halls of the Shah's palaces. Yet for all its depth, this was an affair the Shah insisted on keeping in the shadows. Historians often call it a secret love affair. He refused to upgrade ties to a full public ambassadorial level. He told his Zionist partners that so-called religious fanaticism of his own people was the insurmountable barrier to any open alliance. This was a decades-long entanglement that stood in stark contrast to the identity and aspirations of the Iranian nation. An immoral entanglement, like the one with apartheid South Africa, that the revolutionaries were determined to end. Long before the revolution, Imam Khomeini established the groundwork for the struggle against Zionism. In 1968, he issued an important fatwa regarding the Palestinian resistance, declaring that the struggle against Zionism was a religious obligation for all Muslims. The 1979 Islamic Revolution was more than a change of government in Tehran. It was an earthquake that fundamentally altered the region. Its most immediate and seismic shock was the complete severing of the Pahlavi regime's strategic alliance with the Israeli regime. With the Shah's fall, Iran terminated its role as a key oil supplier, a vital economic partner, and a crucial base for Zionist intelligence. This was not merely a diplomatic shift. Opposition to the Shah's relationship with Israel, seen as support for the common enemy of Muslims, Palestinians, and the oppressed, had been a central motivating force behind Imam Khomeini's uprising itself. Of course, such a profound challenge to the established order could not go unanswered. In a stark convergence of interests, both the United States and Europe, alongside the Soviet Union, collaborated to undermine the revolution by instigating and supporting Saddam Hussein's aggression. This war was an explicit plot to to destroy the Islamic Revolution, dismember Iran, and extinguish its rising ideal, today Iran, tomorrow Palestine. Largely through the oil wealth of its regional partners, NATO regimes provided Saddam Hussein with all manner of weapons, including chemical ones. I survived 2 such chemical attacks. Many others, including many thousands of Iranian and Iraqi civilians, didn't. A key consequence of this brutal aggression was that it forced a besieged Iran into a fight for its very existence. The nation's full strength was engaged, thereby granting the Israeli regime a freer hand to pursue its own Greater Israel plans elsewhere, especially in Lebanon. Yet despite the enormous difficulties, Iran continued to provide assistance through Damascus to the Lebanese resistance to expel the occupiers. Ultimately, the war intended to crush the revolution became the furnace in which its resolve was hardened.